Hello everybody. So I've been getting a lot of comments on my TikToks, on my Instagram, even messages from you guys asking whether I was doing IVF still or not. I wanted to sit down and dedicate a proper video to this because obviously I made it well known that I'm doing IVF, or I was doing IVF in, I think, May? It was over 6 months ago. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I have endometriosis. Love that for me. Absolutely love that for me. Honestly, it's not fun. Last year I had surgery literally yesterday last year, which is crazy that it's been 12 months since I've had my surgery. Basically, I've had endo pain since I was 18. Went to so many doctors about it and nobody took me seriously. And I am 30 in 4 months, which is insane. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be in my 20s anymore. That is crazy. So I had my surgery last year and spoke to a fertility specialist about my pain, my symptoms, and the fact that I have had a miscarriage. And she booked me in for surgery. She's like, okay, like I spoke to her for like, I'm not even kidding, 4 minutes. And she's like, I want to book you in for surgery. Had my surgery, waited like 4 or 5 months to have my surgery, had my surgery, and then yeah, I was told that I have stage 4 endo. Have had, it grows back. Like, she removed a lot. I don't think she removed all of it. I've got another appointment with her next month to redo up my quote, because when you do IVF or like egg freezing, you need a quote to then start the process. So I made that appointment last month and I've got to wait until next month to do it because it's such a waiting game. I also got told that I only have one working fallopian tube, which isn't fun. Honestly, it's, if I'm being for real, like I'm just gonna be completely open, honest in this video. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. It sucks. Like, I was gaslit by so many doctors from the age of 18 to 28, and my right fallopian tube was full of endo. Like, she's a goner. My specialist, who was my surgeon, she said that it's very unlikely to conceive from that side. It is possible, but very unlikely. But then there's also the chance of ectopic pregnancies from that side because it's like a big bumpy road, and ectopic pregnancies can be life-threatening, so that is stressful. Having endo is stressful. Endo grows back, and when I got told I had stage 4, obviously I want to be a mum. I've made that very known that I want to have a child. I had a 2-year kind of financial plan, like a goal. I'm going to backtrack for a second. With IVF, when you're waiting on the donor list, it takes time. So even though I've been on the donor list for about 6 months, like I still haven't found a donor that I wanted to use. So it is a very long waiting game. Even though I was literally up to the stage where I just had to pick my donor and then start my cycle, there was no donors that I wanted to use. Like, there was no donors that I wanted to pick. So even if I was still doing IVF, which I'm not, and I'm going to get into that in a second, I would still be waiting on the list. My 2-year plan, and this, I haven't made this known because obviously it had a lot to do with me, but also other people as well. And I've obviously got a social media following. Like, I didn't want to make that known for it to then get to the family. So basically everybody, like, you guys follow me, like, you know, I currently have 4 jobs. I know, it's crazy. I am a disability support worker. I started working for a company about 3 months ago. I work at Honey Burdette, and then I've got my small business and my socials. Before I started at Honey Burdette and working at the support company, I have been a disability support worker as a sole trader for almost 3 years. My mom started caring for a lady 9-10 years ago, a while, and then my auntie started about 5 or 6 years ago, and then I started about 3 years ago. I wasn't gonna cry. This lady, I'm not gonna say her name because there's someone next to me as well, of course, because her family have social media. But she unfortunately passed away about 4 months ago. And yeah, I kind of took a month off working because she became part of the family. She would come to all of our family occasions. And then about 3 months ago, I started at a different company. Well, not a different company, a company, because I was working for myself. So that's all kind of been new to me, having multiple clients. And also at Honey Burdette, I actually got both jobs on the same day, which was very, very random. So this video is kind of going to be all over the place. Like, it's going to be honest, raw. Yeah, I've been kind of stressed the last little bit because I knew that I wasn't gonna do IVF, or I was putting IVF off, and obviously I made it known on my socials, and I've had multiple conversations with my friends, and they've basically just said, like, you've got to do what's right for you, which is what I'm doing, but I just feel bad. But yeah, I am going to freeze my eggs, which is the appointment that I have next month. Basically, with freezing your eggs, it's pretty much IVF up until the very last stage. Like, I still have to do like the injections, like the hormone injections and all of that. Still have all of those appointments. I just don't fertilize my eggs. Basically, they get frozen. Probably don't have to freeze my eggs. I got my eggs counted about a year ago, and I have a really good egg supply, but I've also been stressed because endo grows back. Anyone that knows about endo or has endo, like, there is the possibility of being infertile or having like fertility issues and all of that. So I kind of I'm gonna freeze my eggs as like a safety net, which is still like $6,000. It's very expensive. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I also had you guys ask me if I was still doing IVF because I have a partner now. This has nothing to do with him. I decided this before and have kind of been trying to figure out the right time and the right way to make this video. Yeah, I had kind of like a 2-year financial plan. Obviously, you guys know I bought my house 13 months ago, which is crazy. Like, how has it even been a year? And my goal was to work as much as I can over kind of the next year to 2 years, and pay as much as my house off as possible, and then refinance it to obviously have my mortgage lower. That is still the goal. Now, financially, like, I could, if I still wanted to do IVF right now, like, I could 100% do it. Obviously have to wait for a donor, which does take time. I could definitely do it now, but it's just, it's gonna be stressful. And obviously, like, when I was going to do IVF, I was gonna do it by myself, and that reason was for a couple of reasons. Obviously my endo, which is stressful, having endo. You don't know if it grows back, you don't know if it attaches to new parts of your body. And a few years ago, I was assaulted, and they tried to trap me into having a baby with them. That obviously the endoicide, like that is why I was choosing to do it by myself, because I didn't want to be trapped to a man. But I'm going to wait. I've obviously healed a lot over the last 2 years. Still have trauma. Do know that there are amazing people out there, like amazing men. Obviously I wouldn't be dating my boyfriend if he wasn't anything but amazing, but that was a big thing, that I wanted to have a baby on my terms, just from stuff that I'd experienced. The goal right now is to freeze my eggs. Like I said, I have my appointment next month. So I don't know how long that will kind of take to get the ball rolling, but I'm hoping to potentially do my injections in March. And then obviously I do have IVF as a backup if I need it, or if my body does need it. Right now I'm working as much as I can, working too much honestly, but working as much as I can to put as much money into my house to then refinance it. That's my goal, to work like crazy and earn as much as I can to refinance my house. Yeah, I'm excited to see where things go with my partner, because he's amazing. He's like, honestly, I don't even know the words to describe this man. Like, he is something else. Like, he's a sweetheart. That is the update. Also, another thing that was kind of factoring into me not doing IVF this year or next year is the fact that I owe $52,000 in tax. It's not funny. I earned well over the threshold last tax year, which honestly I'm very grateful to earn that with the support work that I was doing. But yeah, I've paid half of that, and then the other half is due in May. He's not going to submit it until May. I did say I was going to be like open and honest. This is me like being open and honest. But yeah, I've got like 7 months to pay that. Obviously when that's done, then I can put more into my house, which will be amazing. And then next tax year is going to be so good, because I don't work for myself with my support work anymore. So hopefully, I mean I should, but like hopefully I get some back. Apologies on the late update. I have been trying to make this video, but I just knew it was going to be hard to make, so I've been putting it off. But I appreciate everyone who has joined my IVF journey. Right now it isn't happening, but I am 100% freezing my eggs. That appointment next month, so I will update you guys when I have the appointment, to then let you guys know when I can do my egg freezing, which I will be vlogging like the whole process, because I was going to vlog the whole IVF process, so it's most of the process is just not to the last stage. Yeah, but if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.